Here's something most authors don't realize. Their newsletter gets about 3 seconds of attention before readers decide to delete it or dive in. Research across thousands of author newsletters reveals a stark pattern. The authors with engaged, growing lists aren't the ones who email most frequently. They're the ones who make every single email worth opening. But when you look at what separates high-performing newsletters from the ones people immediately archive, the difference isn't better writing or bigger platforms. It's a fundamental mindset shift about what a newsletter actually is. And here's the insight that really changes the game. Successful authors treat their newsletter like a relationship, not a megaphone. When authors understand that, their open rates transform, their engagement skyrockets, and their book launches become events that subscribers actually anticipate. So today, we're going to analyze what actually works in author newsletter strategy based on real data, case studies, and patterns from successful publishing careers. And if you find this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community focused on understanding what actually works in publishing, and your support helps us continue this research. The data shows a clear pattern. The most successful author newsletters operate on an 80-20 principle: 80% value, 20% promotion. What this means in practice is that if an author sends a monthly newsletter, 3 out of 4 emails give readers something valuable without asking for anything in return. Only one email focuses on promoting a book. This feels counterintuitive to many authors who wonder why they should build a list if they're not constantly selling, but the conversion data tells a different story. When authors flip from constant promotion to value-first content, research shows their open rates typically increase by 40 to 60% within 3 months. Their unsubscribe rates drop, and when they do promote, their conversion rates are significantly higher because they've built trust and anticipation. Case studies reveal what readers actually want from author newsletters. They didn't sign up for a sales catalog. Data from subscriber surveys across multiple genres shows readers want behind-the-scenes glimpses of the writing process, exclusive content they can't get anywhere else, and connection with the author's creative world. Successful authors understand this and deliver accordingly. Take Sarah J. Maas as a real-world example. Her newsletter strategy includes monthly emails with exclusive bonus chapters from alternate character points of view. She's not promoting anything in these emails. She's rewarding loyalty. Her reported open rates exceed 60%. Industry average sits around 20%. When she actually does have a book launch, her readers are primed and eager because she's earned that attention over time. Research also reveals an important truth about frequency. Authors don't need to send weekly newsletters. Analysis of successful author email strategies shows that monthly or bi-weekly newsletters often outperform weekly ones in engagement metrics. Consistency beats frequency every single time. Successful authors establish a predictable schedule, first Monday of the month, every other Thursday, and readers learn when to expect them and trust it'll be worth opening. The highest performing newsletters share a common characteristic. They tell stories instead of broadcasting updates. When researchers analyze subject lines and content that generate above-average open rates, story-driven approaches consistently outperform announcement-style emails. Instead of working on book 3, successful authors write something like, "I spent 2 hours researching medieval torture devices for chapter 9, and now my search history is concerning. Here's what I learned about the Iron Maiden that didn't make it into the book." The difference in engagement is measurable and significant. Data shows that exclusive content drives subscriber loyalty more than any other single factor. Successful authors give their newsletter subscribers something they can't get anywhere else: a short story set in the book universe, a character interview, a what happens after the epilogue bonus scene. Analysis of author platforms reveals that newsletters positioned as the VIP section of an author's platform see substantially higher retention and engagement rates. Readers develop fear of missing out if they're not subscribed. Engagement strategies that involve readers as participants rather than passive consumers show remarkable results. authors who ask questions, run polls, and solicit input. Which character should get their own novella? Should the sequel start 5 years later or pick up immediately? Report significantly higher response rates and community building. One thriller author case study stands out. She sends monthly solve the crime puzzles related to her books. Her community engagement metrics increased by over 200% within 6 months of implementing this strategy. Seasonal and timely content also performs exceptionally well in the data. Authors who tie newsletters to the calendar, sharing scary scenes for Halloween, summer reading recommendations with their novels positioned naturally among them, writing goals for New Year, see open rates spike during these campaigns. This keeps content fresh and relevant without requiring constant book promotions. Here's a professional insight from the data. Subject lines determine 50% of whether an email gets opened. Generic subject lines like newsletter number 47 perform dismally. Specific, intriguing, human subject lines like the scene I cut from chapter 12 and why, or what my character would say about yesterday's news, see substantially higher open rates. The research is unambiguous on this point. Lead magnet strategy separates successful list growth from stagnant subscriber counts. Analysis shows that the most effective lead magnets aren't random freebies. They're strategically aligned with what the author's books deliver. A prequel short story in a series universe performs exceptionally well. The first 3 chapters of an upcoming release generates qualified subscribers. Generic writing tips PDFs, unless the author is specifically a writing instructor, the data shows these underperform significantly because they're off-brand. When successful authors do promote their books in newsletters, research reveals they lead with story, not announcement. Not, my book is now available. Instead, something like, 3 years ago I had a dream about a girl who could hear lies. Yesterday, that story became a book. If you've ever felt like the only person who sees the truth, this one's for you. Analysis of conversion rates shows story-driven promotions outperform announcement-style promotions by a significant margin. Cross-platform integration creates multiple touchpoints for list growth. Successful authors make newsletter sign-up effortless across every piece of marketing material they create. Business cards, bookmarks, conference materials, book launch posters. Research shows that QR codes on physical materials dramatically reduce sign-up friction. No typing long URLs, no barriers, just instant access. And this is where tools like Mins become strategically valuable for long-term thinking authors. Instead of printing new bookmarks every time there's a new lead magnet or promotion, successful authors use dynamic QR codes. They print materials once and update the destination forever. Conference this month? Point the QR code to the new release. Holiday season? Point it to a gift guide page. The promotional materials never become outdated, and the author never needs to reprint. For authors operating on tight marketing budgets, this approach transforms the economics of physical promotional materials. Create once, update indefinitely. Newsletter strategy isn't a marketing channel. Research across successful author careers shows it's a relationship-building tool. The authors with the most engaged lists treat subscribers like friends they're writing letters to, not targets they're selling to. They give value first. They provide exclusivity. They create reasons for readers to stay. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We put out new content every week analyzing what actually works in publishing, and your support enables this research to continue. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's the best author newsletter you've ever subscribed to, and what made it stand out? We read every comment and would love to hear your insights. And if you're an author serious about building a sustainable newsletter strategy with professional tools, check out Mins. Dynamic QR codes mean you create your promotional materials once and update them forever, making every business card, bookmark, and conference material a permanent asset in your marketing toolkit. There's a free trial link in the description below. The data doesn't lie. The authors with newsletters that readers actually wait for aren't the ones emailing most often. They're the ones making every email matter. We'll see you in the next video.